Good morning, how are we doing? Happy Tuesday. So here we are, day 2 of our Fit in 5 series this week. This week we're focusing on weights for upper body. We've got some lower body actually towards the end of the week. Anyway, weights and low impact workout. Exercise snacks, which is great for those of you that are at home and you'll use weights that will challenge you. Those of you that are just trying to build up some base level of fitness, what a great way to start, 5 minutes each day. You could do them either end of the day as well if you wanted your 10 minutes. So without further ado, you're going to pick weights that are going to challenge your upper back and have a little bit of floor space around, and let's do this. So we're going to work in intervals, 1 minute cardio, 1 minute with the weight. So let's step touch. So our first minute, we're going to elevate your heart rate, but we'll just do a little bit of upper back work as well. So right here, I'm going to push forward, pull back, forward, pull back. So I start to engage the muscles I'm going to work with the weights. And we go again. So I'm going to travel this movement forward. So I'm going to travel out 4 forward and 4 back, but watch, I push a little bit higher on the way back. So I take that 4 forward and then I push a little bit higher on the way back. So really working into my posture muscles. And again. Now when we get to our first round with the weights, I'm going to encourage you to keep your feet moving, but if you need to stand still, that's perfectly fine. So march, pick up your weights. Here I'm going to go out and back. So I'm working deep into my shoulders, but also into my upper back, my posture muscles. And I'm keeping the legs moving at the same time. So that way I'm going to keep my heart rate up. I'm going to expend a bit more energy. Now if you need to, if you want to stand still, that's fine. But if you can keep legs moving, and it doesn't even have to be a march, you could just keep moving around the room, couldn't you? But if you find that hard to coordinate, definitely watch your technique with the weights and sacrifice the movement with the feet. So I keep, can you see, it's a very small move. I'm not forcing that, and those elbows are staying connected in by my side through the whole thing. And I'm going to drop those shoulders down away from my ears as well. Let's go for 2 more. And then that weight goes down. We've got our next move. And we're just going to tap out to the side. Now if you want, you can push the arms out with that. So there's my option 1. My option 2, I'm just going to push across the body a little bit more. And this again, just taking those arms out and back, you're working into the back of the shoulders. And for some of you, you might want to take the arms up. And for others, you might need a bit of impact. So I'm going to go for the mid-ground on this, pushing across the body. And again, and I tap all the way out. You've got 30 seconds to go, so really try and push your heart rate up. You could go a bit higher if you wanted to with the arms. Great, come on, you've got 20 seconds. And then we're going to pick up those weights and really work on fabulous posture. Let's go again right here. Lower if you need. Yeah. Lower energy if you need. 4, 3, 2, 1, march. Pick up those weights. So right here I'm going to pull back. And I draw the shoulder blades back. I'm going to keep the legs moving. Now if you really wanted to keep your heart rate up, you could always just take a march forward and back. And I'm just squeezing those shoulder blades together. So I'm just going to stay stationary, just assuming that those of you that are with me, maybe you're just coming back to fitness and you just want to keep it really simple. So watch, I change the hand position. So I turn the palms up and then I turn the palms in. So really trying to cross-train through that muscle group, trying to get as many muscle fibers involved as I can. If you feel uncomfortable with the rotation, just go for one or the other. And again, last one, and those weights are going down. So here we're going to take a knee lift, and I'm going to travel that forwards. So I take that all the way forwards, and then back. Now if you wanted to, this is our last round, but you could take the arms overhead. I've got to watch out for that beam. Watch my knuckles. You could take the arms overhead, which is still working into the upper back. I'm risk adverse. I'm keeping my hands by my side. Quite like my fingers, are quite useful. You can't see it because it's just out of shot, but there's like a massive wooden beam that goes across the room, and I can tell you I've smacked my hands off that so many times. When I teach step as well, and sometimes if I've not got the step board in the right position, I end up smacking myself off the beam. It's a good look, especially when you're live. And again, so I'm going to bring that all the way back, and then I'm just going to march and hold, and I bring that all the way back. I'm going to do that twice more. So I walk out, march, all the way back, and then I'm going to take one foot back, push your heel into the floor, take the hands away, and just take a stretch out through the upper back. Now bend the front knee. I'm going to change sides. So why the stretches at the end of the session? Well, none of us really stretch enough. So it's really useful to squeeze some stretches in. And two, it just means that if the muscles have become a little bit tense through the session, a little bit tight through the repetitions that we've done, it just makes sure that they're nice and relaxed at the end. So you're not going to pull anything or give yourself a little muscle injury. So you can use the side if you want to stretch through the front of the leg. If that's not for you, just do the previous exercise, the previous stretch again. And we'll change. Whoopsie daisy. And then I'm just going to lean forward, take that stretch all the way through the hamstrings. And then change that up. So there you have it. Fit in 5 exercise slack day 2. Let me know if you did that on replay, how you got on with that. And then come and join me again for tomorrow, day 3. Most importantly, have a fantastic day or evening ahead, please. I insist.